Welcome back, ladies and gents, to Jabberoo 777's channel. Not quite sure where we left off exactly. I think this one here... Oh yeah, this one here, if I want to say so myself, is the... if I do say so myself, is the Quest car. And then we went ahead and we grabbed this car here, because it was an exhaust one that we haven't done before. So let's go ahead, let's hoist up this car. Let's get... This is that GTO, man. This thing here is supposed to look like this. Oh, that's so sexy. So if we can get looking like that, we'd be doing real good. So it's got a loud exhaust. I mean, you can pretty much tell just by looking at the, this middle muffler here is probably going to be our part. Yeah, so that part's crap. We got to get rid of that one. Let's go ahead and sell that. We have 2 new barn locations, which we're actually going to open up here today. We're going to go check out our other barn locations. We got about $20,000. So let's see what we can do on that. But we need a middle muffler first, guys. So hit T for your tablet. We're going to just a regular part shop. Again, the muffler is definitely something... Oops, darn it. Went too far. It's definitely something, if you go home here on your tablet, you can go down to the tuning shop. You can actually go under the exhaust and get a middle muffler here. Then, let's see here if we can find one. Rear, middle, rear. It's got to be middle. Let's try middle. Middle. Ah, there it is. So there you go. You can actually buy a middle muffler, tuning one for $330. It gives you an extra 1.65% engine power. So that's pretty cool. We're not after that though. We're just going to go home, main parts, exhaust, and it should be alphabetical if I'm not mistaken. So there we go. Middle muffler, $110, regular one. We'll take it because we're just after getting this job done. We want to basically zoom back in on the car. We're going to go to part mount. Spin this way, focusing on this guy. So we're going to go ahead and mount the new muffler in there. And then look at that. That is one sexy looking muffler. So now you right click, car status. It's all fixed. This is a quick and easy job, but we're after the experience. Let's see what we get. From the 29 to the 3072. Not bad, not bad. This guy here is going to be a beast. This is going to be a beast of a job. First of all, let's try to move it over to the test path. No oil in the engine, so cannot perform this. So we can't move that, so we're going to move it over instead to the lift. And let's go ahead and lift this bad boy up here. Tell the rims are shot on the front there. That's a must. That's a must repair. This thing's looking pretty bad. Alright, so let's just do car status here. So, hello, I bought a brand new Olsen Grand Club. It's a great car. In the ad, it said that the car is great for off-roading. But I have an impression that driving an SUV in the sand dunes is not a good idea. Something is scraping and I noticed a leak. Please do something about it. I need the car for an off-road trip with my friends this weekend. And we're supposed to do some body work on this one. So we got to do the front bumper, the left headlight, left fender, and the front license plate. So front bumper, and then the left fender, and left headlight. So let's just kind of spin around here. So I don't even see a bumper on here. Don't even see a fender on here. Front headlights missing, and no license plate thing. Okay, this thing doesn't actually have any of those parts. So what you're going to do here is you're going to be getting a it's the Olsen Grand Club. So you're going to go T. You're going to go down to the oops, you're going to go back to your home first. You're going to go down to the I think you just go to the regular body tuning shop. I don't know that it has to be a body shop. And then you can just type in the Olsen and hit enter, and it's going to tell you here. So Olsen Grand Club front left fender. We know we need this guy. Let's go ahead and pop on that. You're going to need a front left headlight. So Olsen Grand left headlight. We're going to need a front bumper. That is the front bumper of it right there. And then you need the license plate holder. I want to say is actually under the license plates. Darn. I hit escape and I didn't mean to. So you got to go back to, I think you have to go to the license plate shop. And you're just after any old license plate in here. We'll just do one of these. What's a good symbol or good something there? This guy wants to do some off-roading. Do they have like a Nevada or something like that? I don't know. Something in the desert, right? Something in the desert. Sand dunes. Nevada. There we go. Buy him a Nevada one. I mean, it's high desert, but it's desert. So now you just do your, go back on here, you do your assemble mode. And you put on your front bumper. There you go. And you put on your front left fender. There you go. And pop a headlight in there. And the front license plate, we got that one from Nevada. I don't know if the guy's from Nevada or not, but his car is looking a little bit more like an actual car now. Looks like he ran it through a bush before there on the front. So if we right-click car status, we should have all those ones checked off. Okay. So, you know, this one's just a mess, man. You can just tell this thing's a mess. So let's look. Let's do examination mode here. And just take a look. It's really hard to tell because there's just so much stuff that looks like it's wrong. You know, I'd have to say that the fact that he's missing his oil pan is probably not good. I'd have to venture that guess. Yeah, I'd have to venture the guess that no oil pan, probably not good. So this is one of those ones where we may have to actually pull the engine out. And let's just start. Actually, let's pull this down. Let's go in here. It looks like it's got a fairly new engine. But I think in order to get the engine out here, you have to take the transmission off. And in order to take the transmission off, obviously we got to be back underneath it. But I just want to see if there's anything else I might need to take off. Probably the exhaust manifolds here. I don't think I could either take them off here, or I could probably actually just take off the this little bit of a muffler part here. I'm not sure, but you know what? Just to make it easier, we're just going to go ahead and take them off while we're here. And it may still not let me. I mean, I may be doing something wrong, but it may still not let me pull the engine out of here for some reason, even after I get the transmission freed up from it. There may be some little catch or something I'm not remembering. I'm not sure, but oops, shoot, we're under here. We can go ahead and we can actually do the use our electronic meter on it. We got that little tool now. Not sure what this guy's doing, but apparently we know what we're doing here. Okay, radiator fan housing. Got it. Need to replace that. More examination tools. So that was electronic meter there. We bought our computer scanner. This is a newer one, so it should be able to do a little bit. Okay. So the coils and the plugs and ABS and catalytic converter and all this stuff's looking good. Alright. Okay. Good, guys. Let's pop this up. Let's take the tranny off this guy, and then we'll see if we can't get this thing to pop onto the stand. I really have no idea how that thing works. And it's super easy. I'm just doing something stupid, I think. Okay, so take off the starter. We will take off the drive shaft. Come on. Take off the drive shaft here. Alright, I can get our transfer case off. We should be able to pull the tranny out after that. And then we should be able to remove the actual engine. There shouldn't be anything else holding it down at this point. As far as I can see, we've unhooked everything that needs to be unhooked. You know, at least for the purposes of the game. So let me just try while it's up there and see if we can do anything with it. There are no items to work with. How can there be no items to work with? Rotate an engine, add an engine, rotate an engine. I mean, you gotta be able to add an engine. It's kind of bugging me. I don't know how to do that. I mean, now it's down. Add an engine. How come there are no items to work with? Well, then move this thing over somewhere. Take off engine from crate. Create a new engine. I don't know if this is... Maybe I'm just not doing something right, guys. I'm not sure. So the only way to tell here, let's just do tablet. Let's go underneath here. And we're going to zoom in. Oops. Zoom in on the bottom of the engine block. And what we're going to do is we're going to right-click, part mount. Now see here it says oil pan V8. That's what we're missing. So let's hit T tablet. We're going to go home, back to part shop. And we'll just do oil pan. And we should have oil pan V8 pop up right here. Boom. Let's buy that. we'll just mount the oil pan right back on. And maybe that's all we had to do for that engine. I'm not quite sure. Could be just that simple. Looks like a lot of the rest stuff, suspension stuff. I'm pretty sure one of these quest lines, though, does teach us how to do, yeah, get that from up top. One of these quest lines does indeed teach us how to do the engine, how to take it out, so I think that's why it's blocked, because, I mean, I think it's literally as simple as undoing the stuff that we've undone here. I might even gone a step too far. And then you just go over to you lower your car down, you go over to your engine picker and say, pick my engine out of there, by adding it to the, you know, to the stand. But like I say, I don't think we've got that far for some reason. Front drive shaft back in. I don't think there's anything else in here that I need to take. I need to put all that stuff on from up top, but that's all going to be done from up top. So let's focus in on the tire here, and let's take off these tires. Check out these rims. These rims look like they are garbage. Calipers actually look pretty decent, and these here pads and discs and everything look not too bad. Take a look at that front axle there. Looks a little, oops, a wheel bearing in there. So this front wheel hub. You got our knuckle cover. A lot of the suspension stuff here does not look quite right to me. Tie rods don't look too bad. The front spring, ooh, definitely looking like it could use a little TLC. I think this steering knuckle, what's it held on to here? Oh yeah. Gotta take off the sway bar. That lower suspension arm looks like it's garbage. I'm guessing these rubber bushings are probably going to be garbage or close to. And take off the bushings over here. Take off this tire too, guys. This other tire does not look so good. Yeah, these brakes on the side look not too bad. It's just the same as the other. It's just all the suspension stuff. Exactly what this guy was driving through, but it looks like it was some sort of freaking super salty water. Just had it sitting there forever. I gotta take off your inner tie rods, get the steering rack out of there. Another bushing. This guy here. Good, that there. Give that a shock. Upper and lower suspension arms, gotta come out of there. Okay. Take all that stuff out from the engine bay, but we definitely have to take it out of there. And then let's take a look, guys. We zoom back to the back here. This exhaust is just not looking so healthy. I think I'm probably gonna have to take off these here leaf springs. Take a look at the leaf springs. It's got a bushing holding it in, I believe, right? Yeah, all bushing. Then we got the shock absorber, rear shock absorber, B, solid action control arms. Good feelings there. I bet you that. Yeah, that fuel pump looks okay to me. Let's just get this stuff off back over here. Definitely need some new rear springs. Take off these leaf springs. Yeah, both sides. This thing here looks like it's really needing a major undercoat of rust protection or something in the future. That knuckle social housing looks like it probably has to come off there. So let's spin around here, guys. Take this stuff out. This is where the part removing and everything comes in handy to have it so fast. As you can see, you got to break these guys all the way down sometimes to find all the parts that you need to fix. So let's go to the car status, see if we have found everything. It is looking like we have one part not yet discovered, but I think it's probably going to be a bushing or something. If we come over here and take a look at all this stuff over here, it doesn't look too bad. So the only thing I can think of, let's go back up to the front, is it might just be the radiator itself, not just the fan housing, but the actual radiator itself looks like it needs to be redone. So, okay, let the fun begin, guys. This is where we're gonna go ahead and get all the bushings done. So, actually, the bushings aren't all that bad. So let's start off with well, that middle muffler we fixed. That was from another car. Okay, we've got a. Let's see. We got a pretty good chance if we start at the top, work our way down, we won't miss stuff. So front drive axle A and a front axle knuckle cover. So front drive axle A. Do. Front drive. So I should say front drive axle A right there. And front knuckle. Front axle knuckle cover right there. Okay, so front drive axle A, we bought that. Front axle knuckle cover, we got that. We need an upper suspension arm, probably ×2. Yeah, upper suspension arm ×2 and a bottom suspension arm ×2. Okay. So bottom suspension arm, grab 2 of those. We'll need the upper suspension arm. And we'll grab 2 of those. Okay. Trying to sell the parts we already went through. There's another bottom one. Okay, there's a bottom one there, and there's the upper one. Okay, good. So front steering knuckle C, let's go ahead and grab that. Front steering knuckle C. Let's buy one of those. Get rid of that one there. I think all the bushings actually don't look too bad. Front drive axle A, I think we bought one of those, but we needed 2. Would be my guess. So we'll do the front drive axle A and a front axle knuckle cover again. My gosh, need 2 of those. Okay. Front drive axle A. I should have just bought 2 of them last time. So front cover, front axle knuckle cover, and then we're going to do front drive A. So front axle knuckle cover, we got that. Steering rack, we'll do the regular steering rack. Front drive axle D. Oh boy. Okay, so steering rack and front drive axle D. We'll do the front drive axle D because it's just easier. It's right here. Front drive axle D. And a steering rack. Okay, front suspension cross member C. That thing was definitely looking garbagey. And then a front steering axle knuckle C. So front suspension cross member C and the steering knuckle. Front cross member C, and then steering knuckle C again. Maybe I bought too many of these things. Seems like I bought a lot of those. We're going to find out whether I bought too many or not. Okay, so basically need some leaf spring U-bolts ×2 and a rear muffler for the V8. So let's type in leaf spring here times, we're probably just going to buy 4 because I think both sides were crappy. And a muffler, rear muffler, just a rear muffler V8. My other leaf spring bolt, do we? How to replace? So I do need. Oh, looks like I do need a rubber bushing there, guys. 1 rubber bushing, 2 rubber bushings. So do 2 rubber bushings. 2 rubber bushings, and we need a rear shock absorber B ×2. So let's do the rear shock absorber first. Rear shock absorber B. Times that 2, 1 for each side. Rear spring, I think we need 2 of those. So shock absorber, rear shock absorber B, rear shock absorber B. 2 rear springs. Oh, I forgot my 2 bushings. And you just type in bushing, it comes up. Bushing, yeah, rubber bushing, so not small, we need the regular. I need at least 2 of them. Let's go ahead and click on that, sell that, click on that, sell that. Solid axle control arm. We need 2 of those. Solid axle control arm. Okay. So I just type in solid. It should be good enough. Yeah, solid axle control arm. We'll do 2. This is the hardest part. This is the most time-consuming part right here, is buying the parts. Leaf spring plate. We need 1. And a rear axle knuckle housing. So it should be pretty easy. So let's do suspension, leaf spring plate, rear axle knuckle housing C. Better be C. Everything on this vehicle has been C, so it better be C. It is, okay. Got rid of that. Okay, guys, everything in here is looking like it's all new now, or at least new enough that we can put it back on. And then we'll check out the front. What do you call it there? The front, actually, let's go to the back first. We'll mount everything back on the back. But we're going to go ahead and check out the front engine compartment there. We're going to check out what's going on with the radiator. See if that needs to be the undiscovered part. And if it is, we will definitely put all that back together. Right now, let's try to get this guy back together in the suspension department. Suspension is always the hardest, but yet it's, I don't know, it's just the most rewarding when everything goes back on, and oops, everything goes back on and it's looking so good, you know. Oh, look at that! I need 2. I need a rear muffler V8 again. Jeez, exhaust, yeah, exhaust. Rear muffler V8, boom. So put that guy back on there. The spring plate back on. The spring bolts back on there. U-bolts, I should say. U-bolts. Get all this stuff back in here. That one actually was the original. For one of these sides. It wasn't too terribly bad. Pads, they're all good. Calipers are all good. And the wheel is all good. I want to zoom here. I feel like I'm missing something on this side. I don't think I am though. It's not an overly complicated one over there. So we'll put that leaf spring in here. Shock absorber. Get that back on there. Let's zoom back out. Yeah. Little bushing here. The leaf spring is back on. Shouldn't be too hard actually to get this thing up and running. I was thinking this one was going to be a pain in the butt, but not too bad. I was worried when the oil pan was there that we'd be struggling to get this thing, so they're fully functional again. But no, we're doing okay, guys. We're doing okay. Let's go ahead and put all the bushings back in here. So it should be 4 bushings. Like I say, I always miss those things. I always miss them. I'm just, they're just so tedious. This whole thing right now is actually a little bit tedious just because, you know, it's just one of those ones you're just doing basically for the experience. And typically I'll do this kind of stuff offline. I just want to show you guys what, again, what a kind of complete rebuild thing was going to be like. When you get a barn find, you're definitely doing this from, you're doing the whole thing on a barn find. There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it, guys. It's just the way it's going to have to go. Yeah, put that guy back on there. Try to get the lower arm on. Not too concerned about the rubber bushings on there. The shock absorber, as we actually are going to hold off on the shock absorbers because I need to pull them apart and replace some parts on them. We can get all these tie rods and stuff back on here. Put the wheel hub in there. That's not going to hurt anything. Wheel bushing there, that should be good. Brake disc, put the drive axle in there. And I don't need to put the pads on or anything just quite yet. Working on the other side from this side, pretty cool, huh? As long as these major pieces are back together, we should be pretty easy sailing once we get those shock absorbers figured out. And that actually may be where the undiscovered piece is too. We may have to put the, just pull the shock absorber apart, and then it'll tell us that there's only a missing piece inside of here that needs to be fixed, which we kind of sort of know, but you got to get it all done here. You got to just part by part, piece by piece, and like I say, it's pretty straightforward for if there's something obviously glaringly missing, that's going to tell you. It's the little things like the bushings and stuff like that that are just kind of hard to see, but you'll be able to pick up on them. I got all the bushings on there. Pads. I think once the shock absorbers get in here, steering. Yeah, I think we're good, guys. So let's go back to where's our tool? Right here. Let's go ahead and we're going to separate the parts. Oh yeah, this whole thing's garbage. Separate the parts on that. And I think we're going to just need it, if we look at the other one in the inventory, we're just going to need everything that's on that times 2. So we'll need a, whatever these parts are here. So we're going to take the parts, hit the inventory. So double wishbone shock absorber, we're going to need 2 of those. We're going to need 2 front springs and 2 of these shock absorber caps. So just escape out of that, hit T, back to the suspension, double wishbone shock absorber. And it's a front, so we're going to want 2 of those. We're going to want front springs times 2, and the cap for the front times 2. Excuse me, times 2. So let's take this other one apart here. Oops. Too many buttons. Gotta wait for the animation to be done, buddy. Alright, take the parts. So we're going to go ahead and put them back together. 100, 100, 100. Yep, put it together. As soon as it turns, there you go. Take that part, put another one together, 100, 100, 100. Yes, sir, put it together. We'll sell all these other parts we don't need, so double wishbone, boom, spring, boom, boom. Ooh, no, don't sell that. That's my caliper. Tricky, tricky, tricky. It changed the order of things there. Now, the only other thing I think we need to do here is we do need to separate the parts on this tire. And the thing looks like it is crapper. So while it's doing that, we're going to come back. Oops. Come back in here, focus in, part mount. I'm going to put on this here nice new shock absorber, guys. Focus over on this side. Put this nice new shock absorber on there. Now let's see what kind of rim, what kind of garbagey rim we're looking at. Oops. Clicked on the wrong machine. Separate this one here. Yeah, it's looking like both these rims are going to be garbage. We need Rim Modern 6, and it's a 20-inch ET0. It's 20-inch. So Rim Modern 620. Modern 620. So we actually got to go home. Go to the rims. So you can type in Rim Modern, and you'll see all the different choices for Rim Modern. And you got Rim Modern 6 right here. We're going to want 2 of those. Size, we want them at 20, and that's all we need right there. So then we're going to take this one off there, install a new rim with the old tire. That's fine. We'll get that going. We'll do a little tire balance, put it all back together, and then we'll get at that radiator and everything. And then this job, guys, should be done. It should be worth a ton of experience up there too. So we should actually end up hitting maybe level 9. And then I may do a few side jobs on my own, just sort of off. I guess could have been balancing that other tire, shouldn't I? But I'll do a few side jobs on my own here to kind of get our experience up there and get the shop expanded. And hopefully we'll be able to earn a little more money, because we need to go out and do some barn finds. Because we click on the gate here, every barn find you go to, once you go to it, it's gone. But if you click on my inventory and you see every job you get, pretty much you get. Like if I opened up these cases, I'd probably get 2 more barn finds to add. So I'm going to go check out the 2 that we already have. And we're going to go ahead and go from there. So let's just finish this job up. This one's pretty cool. This is a pretty cool job here, guys. You guys see it to the end, right? Click in here, then go part mount. Alright, so put some pads, put the calipers back on. Put the tire on. Look at those nice new shiny rims. Man, we're doing good for this guy. He's got to have a nice car coming out of this shop. Alright, take this tire here, put this other stuff on over here. Alright, pads. Caliper. Not going too bad, not going too bad. Oh, I love putting some custom rims on some of my cars too, guys. Oh man, you can make them look pretty slick, Alright, so car status, we've got pretty much everything checked off, except for one part, radiator fan housing, and then obviously it's probably going to be the radiator. So let's go ahead back into this. Let's lower this guy down. Definitely looking better, this car. I think we had to part mount. Yeah, I gotta put these manifolds back on. Pretty clean looking engine for the most part, actually. This guy was, do not told a lie about the engine stuff being pretty good. It's pretty good. There we go, get all that stuff on there. Okay. So do the part unmount. Let's take out the radiator fan housing. Let's take out that radiator. Right click, car status. I bet you those parts are now found. Yeah, radiator A and a radiator fan housing. So that'll be easy. Back to the home. Parts. Just type in rad. And it should have your radiator A. And radiator fan housing. And go back in here to part mount. Pop that guy in there. Pop that stuff in there. We do the part unmount for this part here, guys, because we're going to need to put some oil in the car. Being he started with no oil pan, probably a good idea. Car status, look at that. Everything is 100% complete, guys. And for body and for the mechanical, we're getting a huge job bonus. That is nice. That is nice. Oh man, we didn't make level 9? Holy crap. The amount of stuff we did, I was sure we'd make level 9. Alright, let's just take a quick peek at the toolbox, because I always forget. So yeah, so we still have no points available, but the next one we're going to do at level 9, we'll actually have the compression tester is the one that I would want to do. And then we'll probably do the, probably do compression tester, then for level 10, we'll do that, and then 11 and 12 we'll figure out as we go. 12 obviously is going to be shop upgrade, but we'll go from there, guys. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to leave it off here. I'm going to probably do a couple of jobs, get us up to maybe even level 12, not sure. And then we'll come back and hopefully have some cool cars and stuff that we can do. But before we actually end this video, let's just go over here real fast. Let's check out one of these barn finds. Let's just see. Maybe we got a junker in here that we can buy ourselves and start fixing something up. That'd be a nice little project, wouldn't it? It's nice to have 2 lifts though when you're doing that. Okay, so we got a junk pile here. Oh yeah. It actually has an engine. So this car is $22,000 for a nice little Corvette Z6 Z06 C5 limited edition. Nice looking car. We could probably make a lot of money off of this if we were to sell this bad boy up. The only problem with buying this is it's going to sit in our lot for a long while because I do not have I don't have a paint shop yet. I do like it. I really do like it. But 22 is a little bit rough on that one. Let's see what we got over here, guys. Overview mode. It has an engine. It's got most of the guts anyways. Oops. So this one here, they want 22,000 for this one as well. For a Dodge Charger. The only thing with not being able to fix all the, not being able to paint it and everything is the problem. Because you're going to lose some money on not being able to paint it. And if you put it on the dyno, it becomes worth more too. Man, it's got, I don't know. If they were, say, 12,000, I would pop on them. I just don't know, guys. I really don't know. Let's do it. Let's buy this freaking Corvette. We bought it. Where do you want the car? Are going to put in the car parking. And we're going to buy that. So that was $7,000. We should be able to do some quick jobs for $7,000 without going broke. Leave without items to buy. Sure. I don't know what that means. I already bought the car. Can't take the car with my pocket, buddy. Okay, so let's just, before we log off and end this episode, guys, let's just go ahead and check the garage. So if you come over here, or your garage, your parking. So I think you have to go to parking. And then it's going to tell you, you got 2 different levels. You have 12 different cars stored. That's what we got. So you're going to go to your parking lot. It's pretty cool. This is just, it takes a little bit to load in this one, but not too bad. Not too bad. So you can actually go to your parking garages. And it's quite literally a parking garage. You can see what cars you have. Yeah. So we got ourselves a nice little project car in this little Corvette. Oh, that's a bad looking car, man. If we had this thing all souped up here, painted nice. Oh yeah. What is there? White's the color. Yeah, I'd probably keep it like a pearl white or some kind. Probably do that. We got lots of parking spaces and stuff here, guys. And when you want to leave your parking spaces, just hit escape, return to the garage, takes you back to the garage. And that's pretty much how we're going to do that. How we're going to collect ourselves some little project cars. That'll be our first one. Hopefully by the time I get back, we'll be ready to expand the garage. Maybe bring that project car into the garage and go from there. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you've enjoyed the channel, guys, please give me a like and subscribe. I love it. I just absolutely love doing this stuff. I mean, I'm going to be playing these games anyway, so I might as well record myself doing them and hopefully add in some new content and stuff. Going to add in some new games. Won't be Let's Plays, I don't think. Just kind of be like a couple little videos here and there on different games I'm doing. But definitely going to keep going on the Car Mechanic Simulator, my 7 Days to Die. So if you guys enjoy gaming, keep it up, guys. Enjoy your gaming, and until next time we meet, cheers for now.